Can I have fries with it? Can I have fries with it? The weather is very nice today. The weather is very nice today. Was my mother a cook? Was my mother a cook? Shouldn't he normally impose it? Shouldn't he normally impose it? The bus was full of people. The bus was full of people. His wife was an optician. His wife was an optician. She often cooked. She often cooked. I just lost track of time. I just lost track of time. Let's strive for excellence. Let's strive for excellence. His sister is a chemist. His sister is a chemist. Don't forget to bring an umbrella. Don't forget to bring an umbrella. I'm in the room where the dresser is. I'm in the room where the dresser is. Shouldn't it be specified? Shouldn't it be specified? It won't stop every day. It won't stop every day. Your stepsister is the librarian. Your stepsister is the librarian. I am very touched by your kindness. I am very touched by your kindness. Can't we prove it at sunrise? Can't we prove it at sunrise? I learned a lot of things from you. I learned a lot of things from you. We meet at the cinema at 6 o'clock. We meet at the cinema at 6 o'clock. They are very exciting. They are very exciting. Did we rest at sunrise? Did we rest at sunrise? They are invited at sunset. They are invited at sunset. Can't it open? Can't it open? We clean the house on Saturdays. We clean the house on Saturdays. Would not organize. Would not organize. Can you recommend a good restaurant? Can you recommend a good restaurant? It sounds great. It sounds great. Should I never do an internship? Should I never do an internship? You have a minor injury. You have a minor injury. Shouldn't he rarely participate? Shouldn't he rarely participate? This sounds so complicated. This sounds so complicated. I was confused. I was sad. I was confused. I was sad. Don't we teach now? Don't we teach now? John has great potential. John has great potential. You can approach later. You can approach later. The gardens are very beautiful. The gardens are very beautiful. Can I go to the folder? Can I go to the folder? Did we swim right away? Did we swim right away? You are my hero. You are my hero. The cake was made with love. The cake was made with love. I am very confident in myself. I am very confident in myself. Don't they do carpentry often? Don't they do carpentry often? How could he lose now? How could he lose now? My mother-in-law was a glazier. My mother-in-law was a glazier. Sometimes he becomes the school principal. Sometimes he becomes the school principal. Maybe one day job. Maybe one day job. I have to study for the science exam on Monday. I have to study for the science exam on Monday. I'm crawling around the city. I'm crawling around the city. He plays the guitar very well. He plays the guitar very well. I'll make some tea. I'll make some tea. Would be rested every year. Would be rested every year. Is he hopeful? Is he hopeful? May never be achieved. May never be achieved. The shop closes at 6 p.m. The shop closes at 6 p.m. Was his friend a paramedic? Was his friend a paramedic? Did he speak next year? Did he speak next year? Are we going to be cardiologists now? Are we going to be cardiologists now? They want to buy a house. They want to buy a house. She's shopping for new clothes. She's shopping for new clothes. I mean every week? I mean every week? Do you do any sports? Do you do any sports? He couldn't find his glasses. He couldn't find his glasses. Were his grandparents housewives? Were his grandparents housewives? They were exploring. They were exploring. Do you mean this? Do you mean this? I'm having lunch with my friends. I'm having lunch with my friends. Can I see the menu, please? Can I see the menu, please? They were dancing at the party. They were dancing at the party. Did we become stylists right away? Did we become stylists right away? I need to prepare a timetable on Friday. I need to prepare a timetable on Friday. How often does he watch television? How often does he watch television? I'm going to the store. I'm going to the store. Can I go to the center? Can I go to the center? The park passes through the tunnel. The park passes through the tunnel. I'm very impressed with your skills. I'm very impressed with your skills. I'm here to check. I'm here to check. I am going to the cinema. I am going to the cinema. I'm going to the theater. I'm going to the theater. I need some time to think about this. I need some time to think about this. What did you eat? What did you eat? How often does he go fishing? How often does he go fishing? Wouldn't we have diversified before? Wouldn't we have diversified before? Did you wait 10 years? Did you wait 10 years? We have a poetry reading. We have a poetry reading. You will rarely become a physiologist. You will rarely become a physiologist. Is your father a physiologist? Is your father a physiologist? My house is bigger than yours. My house is bigger than yours. Why will you come with me? Why will you come with me? The cat is black. The cat is black. He is very talented. He is very talented. Do you post every week? Do you post every week? We played tennis on the court. We played tennis on the court. Were you quietly riding a rabbit? Were you quietly riding a rabbit? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? He usually paints. He usually paints. Can they take the exam last year? Can they take the exam last year? They should wash it after 3 years. They should wash it after 3 years. Your daughter was an anthropologist. Your daughter was an anthropologist. Why did you come? Why did you come? I would be a businesswoman every month. I would be a businesswoman every month. Can't it be at sunrise? Can't it be at sunrise? He is reading a book. He is reading a book. I have to study for the English exam on Thursday. I have to study for the English exam on Thursday. My sister's car is red. My sister's car is red. Are there sales? Are there sales? Can a call be made after 4 days? Can a call be made after 4 days? He is mentioned at noon. He is mentioned at noon. Won't they organize now? Won't they organize now? Is our stepdaughter a preacher? Is our stepdaughter a preacher? They will adopt a child. They will adopt a child. Didn't they survive? Didn't they survive? I'm in the next room. I'm in the next room. Is my grandmother an illustrator? Is my grandmother an illustrator? Isn't he screaming after 2 weeks? Isn't he screaming after 2 weeks? Would you like a cup of coffee? Would you like a cup of coffee? I'm sorry, I do not understand. I'm sorry, I do not understand. Can't it cause immediately? Can't it cause immediately? Will we do an annual check? Will we do an annual check? Should I do it now? Should I do it now? Could you please be quiet? Could you please be quiet? I look like my mother. I look like my mother. Will he normally be a sailor? Will he normally be a sailor? He planted flowers in the garden. He planted flowers in the garden. The school bell rings at 3. The school bell rings at 3. Won't we play? Won't we play? Simon, we're going the wrong way. Simon, we're going the wrong way. Will they rise? Will they rise? His stepson was a police officer. His stepson was a police officer. Is my uncle a boxer? Is my uncle a boxer? As I understand it. As I understand it. I have lots of ideas. I have lots of ideas. They are climbing a mountain. They are climbing a mountain. The paints are weird. The paints are weird. Don't leave without saying goodbye. Don't leave without saying goodbye. Normally discovers. Normally discovers. I haven't eaten yet. I haven't eaten yet. He sleeps in his room. He sleeps in his room. I liked the topic. I liked the topic. Will you be closing a weekend later? Will you be closing a weekend later? We couldn't agree now. We couldn't agree now. Can you use scissors? Can you use scissors? A jar of raspberry jam. A jar of raspberry jam. How often do you study English? How often do you study English? Can we have pizza for dinner? Can we have pizza for dinner? Can I refill my iced tea? Can I refill my iced tea? Can you always connect? Can you always connect? The situation is beyond interpretation. The situation is beyond interpretation. The result of the report was not deemed sufficient to make a decision. The result of the report was not deemed sufficient to make a decision. Your relatives are vice presidents. Your relatives are vice presidents. Can you not listen in the dark? Can you not listen in the dark? Were his grandchildren ministers? Were his grandchildren ministers? Your stepfather is an analyst. Your stepfather is an analyst. Can you recommend an expert? Can you recommend an expert? Will I take a test in 5 hours? Will I take a test in 5 hours? The discharge planner will go over everything you need to know. The discharge planner will go over everything you need to know. Can he supervise every day? Can he supervise every day? You couldn't focus. You couldn't focus. Can I gift wrap this for you? Can I gift wrap this for you? No, it doesn't have it. No, it doesn't have it. He should become a vocalist sooner. He should become a vocalist sooner. Did he exercise every 2 weeks? Did he exercise every 2 weeks? They are exploring a cave. They are exploring a cave. Your husband is an accountant. Your husband is an accountant. It may not connect sooner. It may not connect sooner. I have to prepare a poster on Tuesday. I have to prepare a poster on Tuesday. This will never happen. This will never happen. He's in trouble, isn't he? He's in trouble, isn't he? Oh how one. Oh how one. The pit of someone's stomach. The pit of someone's stomach. He agrees with the plan. He agrees with the plan. My teacher was Iranian. My teacher was Iranian. Would you like some water? Would you like some water? I will go to bed at 2200. I will go to bed at 2200. I go to the gym twice a week. I go to the gym twice a week. We can go swimming later. We can go swimming later. I don't mean that. I don't mean that. Do you have any desserts? Do you have any desserts? What is the price of this product? What is the price of this product? He will come back to you. He will come back to you. I need to renew my passport. I need to renew my passport. Should I confess? Should I confess? I would like a cup of coffee. I would like a cup of coffee. Evenings are my favorite time of the day. Evenings are my favorite time of the day. He needs his glasses. He needs his glasses. I watch the sunset every evening. I watch the sunset every evening. Was he sheriff every month? Was he sheriff every month? There is a kitchen there. There is a kitchen there. I'm researching right now. I'm researching right now. Was our brother a jeweler? Was our brother a jeweler? Could you please pass me the menu? Could you please pass me the menu? Do I always agree? Do I always agree? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? The teacher is strict. The teacher is strict. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. They rarely go on long journeys. They rarely go on long journeys. Do they have to play in the afternoon? Do they have to play in the afternoon? She wouldn't dance. She wouldn't dance. We don't believe it. We don't believe it. Will I be able to swim after one day? Will I be able to swim after one day? Our stepsister was a model. Our stepsister was a model. Who is the best player here? Who is the best player here? You shall not blow at noon. You shall not blow at noon. He took a photography class and learned to take great photos. He took a photography class and learned to take great photos. Were there grandchildren ballerinas? Were there grandchildren ballerinas? It doesn't connect for 2 weeks. It doesn't connect for 2 weeks. Cannot leave at sunset. Cannot leave at sunset. He's excited for the party. He's excited for the party. Would it be better? Would it be better? I'm so angry I could scream. I'm so angry I could scream. Your opinion, your decision. Your opinion, your decision. The surgery went well. The surgery went well. Isn't there a doctor every 2 weeks? Isn't there a doctor every 2 weeks? Did you remember? Did you remember? I could go home. I could go home. I need to see a doctor. I need to see a doctor. Should be constantly examined. Should be constantly examined. On weekends you go to the river. On weekends you go to the river. Did an industrialist do it? Did an industrialist do it? I don't play video games. I don't play video games. Beyond this paleness. Beyond this paleness. He doesn't practice pharmacy often. He doesn't practice pharmacy often. You should not bind 10 years. You should not bind 10 years. Your relatives were investors. Your relatives were investors. If the weather is not wet, I will go out. If the weather is not wet, I will go out. We are committed to providing the best care possible. We are committed to providing the best care possible. The school newspaper is published. The school newspaper is published. He is a kind teacher. He is a kind teacher. He lost his keys again. He lost his keys again. Our stepsister is an artist. Our stepsister is an artist. Can he talk for 2 weeks? Can he talk for 2 weeks? Is my spouse an auditor? Is my spouse an auditor? This must be rewarding. This must be rewarding. Yes, there is Wi-Fi in our hotel. Yes, there is Wi-Fi in our hotel. They may rarely become psychiatrists. They may rarely become psychiatrists. Know your limits. Know your limits. Wasn't I being kidnapped? Wasn't I being kidnapped? They are friendly people. They are friendly people. He could do plumbing 1 day in advance. He could do plumbing 1 day in advance. Wouldn't there be a sheriff at noon? Wouldn't there be a sheriff at noon? The work is beyond my strength. The work is beyond my strength. This is great. This is great. My mission. My mission. What kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you like? They are committed to their relationships. They are committed to their relationships. Isn't he supposed to forget every week? Isn't he supposed to forget every week? We believe in your ability to heal and recover. We believe in your ability to heal and recover. He goes to the park on weekends. He goes to the park on weekends. I cook every evening. I cook every evening. He can draw wonderful portraits. He can draw wonderful portraits. Why do you want to know? Why do you want to know? Wouldn't we run away at noon? Wouldn't we run away at noon? I have no idea. I have no idea. Learning English can be exciting. Learning English can be exciting. They go up on the escalator. They go up on the escalator. Was taken from me. Was taken from me. Their mothers are baristas. Their mothers are baristas. How much is this? How much is this? Can I go to the router? Can I go to the router? What are you doing? What are you doing? Must dance now. Must dance now. Aren't we analyzing at sunset? Aren't we analyzing at sunset? Would you like some tea? Would you like some tea? Why did you want to travel? Why did you want to travel? Is her uncle an esthetician? Is her uncle an esthetician? I voted for the candidate with the best policies. I voted for the candidate with the best policies. Weren't you getting any points? Weren't you getting any points? How fascinating! How fascinating! Can I go to the document camera? Can I go to the document camera? He may go on vacation next week. He may go on vacation next week. Should I hold the funeral now? Should I hold the funeral now? Can we find a middle ground here? Can we find a middle ground here? The act of vandalism is a crime. The act of vandalism is a crime. It was now connecting. It was now connecting. Thanks for helping. Thanks for helping. They have allergies. They have allergies. Who is in the chair? Who is in the chair? Can I go to your friend's place? Can I go to your friend's place? Most probably. Most probably. We usually cannot turn it off. We usually cannot turn it off. Do you mind if I ask you a question? Do you mind if I ask you a question? We can't find the metro station. We can't find the metro station. Susanna didn't tell you anything. Susanna didn't tell you anything. Don't hesitate. Don't hesitate. We must respect our elders. We must respect our elders. Jerry found it. Jerry found it. Are their siblings nurses? Are their siblings nurses? Was our uncle a female police officer? Was our uncle a female police officer? Pursuit of happiness. Pursuit of happiness. Do you play the piano? Do you play the piano? He cleaned up after himself. He cleaned up after himself. Can you help me with my homework? Can you help me with my homework? My name is Michael. My name is Michael. Was your husband a lawyer? Was your husband a lawyer? The special effects are first class. The special effects are first class. Let's visit the museum this weekend. Let's visit the museum this weekend. He read a book before going to bed. He read a book before going to bed. Do you like taking photos? Do you like taking photos? His relatives were working as announcers. His relatives were working as announcers. You two come. You two come. Where were we? Read. Where were we? Read. Can I go to school? Can I go to school? There is nothing that can be done. There is nothing that can be done. Can I refill my drink? Can I refill my drink? The river is flowing fast. The river is flowing fast. I sleep 8 hours a night. I sleep 8 hours a night. Was our grandfather an illustrator? Was our grandfather an illustrator? Can you make a reservation? Can you make a reservation? Is their uncle a cook? Is their uncle a cook? He could sing. He could sing. Was his uncle Potter? Was his uncle Potter? The dog is wagging its tail. The dog is wagging its tail. I can't stand modern art. I can't stand modern art. They will visit us next month. They will visit us next month. His nephew was the manager. His nephew was the manager. I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I won't hurt you. I won't hurt you. I am trying to help you. I am trying to help you. My stepson is the interviewer. My stepson is the interviewer. We are going for a walk. We are going for a walk. Which sport do you like to do? Which sport do you like to do? Can I have a booth in a quiet corner, please? Can I have a booth in a quiet corner, please? Do you have a low sodium option? Do you have a low sodium option? Is our grandfather a nurse? Is our grandfather a nurse? Can't I appreciate it? Can't I appreciate it? He has an interest in pottery. He has an interest in pottery. They ran a 5-kilometer race last weekend. They ran a 5-kilometer race last weekend. What are the types of draft beer? What are the types of draft beer? Shouldn't he be producing? Shouldn't he be producing? His relatives are jewelers. His relatives are jewelers. May occur frequently. May occur frequently. Keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. His goal is to become a doctor. His goal is to become a doctor. I need to check in for my flight. I need to check in for my flight. Sometimes they don't last. Sometimes they don't last. Is his aunt a babysitter? Is his aunt a babysitter? We need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves. I have a doctor's appointment. I have a doctor's appointment. Do you offer low-carb options? Do you offer low-carb options? Could you turn off the television, please? Could you turn off the television, please? Have you been there? Have you been there? The education system in the country needed reform. The education system in the country needed reform. We paved the way to greatness. We paved the way to greatness. Your stepson was the CEO. Your stepson was the CEO. I am not separate. I am not separate. Will it not be supported after 4 years? Will it not be supported after 4 years? I would reflect immediately. I would reflect immediately. Won't I suffer last year? Won't I suffer last year? I know the answer. I know the answer. Was your grandchild a carpenter? Was your grandchild a carpenter? Can it be fit? Can it be fit? I hope the ball goes in. I hope the ball goes in. Please remember this. Please remember this. Can I have a takeaway menu, please? Can I have a takeaway menu, please? I have a reservation in Smith's name. I have a reservation in Smith's name. You don't reduce it immediately. You don't reduce it immediately. Will I be a garbage collector next year? Will I be a garbage collector next year? It's been a while. It's been a while. Your uncle was a lifeguard. Your uncle was a lifeguard. It is reliable. It is reliable. Can I see the dessert menu? Can I see the dessert menu? Was his stepsister a gynecologist? Was his stepsister a gynecologist? I eat eggs for breakfast. I eat eggs for breakfast. Won't he meet often? Won't he meet often? We rent a quiet place to live. We rent a quiet place to live. What a useful guide. What a useful guide. The beach is crowded. The beach is crowded. The sun rises from the east. The sun rises from the east. What's the coolest thing you've found? What's the coolest thing you've found? His brother was an accountant. His brother was an accountant. Can I go to the gym? Can I go to the gym? I need to take the dog for a walk. I need to take the dog for a walk. Is his nephew an illusionist? Is his nephew an illusionist? Better times for your body. Better times for your body. Tonsils and adenoids. Tonsils and adenoids. I booked a hotel room. I booked a hotel room. Yes, 6 years. Yes, 6 years. We took a walk in the mountains. We took a walk in the mountains. You must pay your bills on time. You must pay your bills on time. Can't it be drawn? Can't it be drawn? We will have a party on Saturday. We will have a party on Saturday. You can do it at nighttime. You can do it at nighttime. Let's play a round of billiards. Let's play a round of billiards. Maybe you'll meet John. Maybe you'll meet John. Be sure to double-check the details. Be sure to double-check the details. The movie interests him. The movie interests him. Aren't they painters later? Aren't they painters later? What are the changes in your life? What are the changes in your life? Do you have any siblings? Do you have any siblings? Shouldn't it print at sunset? Shouldn't it print at sunset? How long have you known? How long have you known? The soundtrack sets the perfect tone. The soundtrack sets the perfect tone. He loves swimming in the ocean. He loves swimming in the ocean. What is your favorite book, movie? What is your favorite book, movie? Can I go to the computer desk? Can I go to the computer desk? My brother is a lifeguard. My brother is a lifeguard. I have an exam tomorrow. I have an exam tomorrow. Didn't he clown every day? Didn't he clown every day? I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun. Their neighbors are teachers. Their neighbors are teachers. You can kiss later. You can kiss later. I have to go home. I have to go home. Should we complain about last year? Should we complain about last year? Is your stepsister a baker? Is your stepsister a baker? I read a book every night before going to bed. I read a book every night before going to bed. I love buying organic vegetables. I love buying organic vegetables. Should not wash. Should not wash. He was a lifeguard 4 centuries ago. He was a lifeguard 4 centuries ago. Will come closer. Will come closer. Can I go to the address bar? Can I go to the address bar? They wash their laundry once a week. They wash their laundry once a week. Won't we get involved after 4 years? Won't we get involved after 4 years? These cupcakes look very delicious. These cupcakes look very delicious. I try to exercise every day. I try to exercise every day. What is unconscious bias? What is unconscious bias? Can't it be added? Can't it be added? Relatives are advisors. Relatives are advisors. Whose friend is this girl? Whose friend is this girl? Our children were wrestlers. Our children were wrestlers. These are noisy birds. These are noisy birds. They may not rise later. They may not rise later. Tonight, I will lead the group in the leader's absence. Tonight, I will lead the group in the leader's absence. He took a shower before work. He took a shower before work. If I were you, I would. If I were you, I would. Will he go to the party tomorrow? Will he go to the party tomorrow? What is the Wi-Fi password? What is the Wi-Fi password? Let's take a closer look. Let's take a closer look. Have you ever eaten very hot food? Have you ever eaten very hot food? Was my colleague a salesperson? Was my colleague a salesperson? Heartwarming. Heartwarming. Are they behaving normally? Are they behaving normally? The film was very funny. The film was very funny. Didn't it work out? Didn't it work out? Do they have to guarantee it after a week? Do they have to guarantee it after a week? I found this great new restaurant in the city center. I found this great new restaurant in the city center. Was my brother-in-law a nurse? Was my brother-in-law a nurse? Don't I fly often? Don't I fly often? John deserves a promotion. John deserves a promotion. What? I cannot hear you. What? I cannot hear you. He studied for his exam. He studied for his exam. I want to eat healthy foods. I want to eat healthy foods. Was his grandmother an interviewer? Was his grandmother an interviewer? We repeat immediately. We repeat immediately. Why don't you sit down? Why don't you sit down? I can run soon. I can run soon. I will brush my teeth. I will brush my teeth. Piece of paper. Piece of paper. I do not have time. I do not have time. You were exercising every month. You were exercising every month. Can leave every day. Can leave every day. He bought a new car yesterday. He bought a new car yesterday. They cleaned the house together. They cleaned the house together. Is there a children's playground? Is there a children's playground? Is this your car? Is this your car? You don't listen at night. You don't listen at night. She's a talented actress. She's a talented actress. It will be a great success. It will be a great success. That scene gave me chills. That scene gave me chills. Can they be successful? Can they be successful? We have a school council. We have a school council. They rarely go to the theater. They rarely go to the theater. My friend was the owner. My friend was the owner. Were they challenging? Were they challenging? He takes photos with his camera. He takes photos with his camera. What do you want to say? What do you want to say? Can I order this online? Can I order this online? Can I have a glass of apple juice, please? Can I have a glass of apple juice, please? Can I be a sociologist occasionally? Can I be a sociologist occasionally? Was his stepbrother a lobbyist? Was his stepbrother a lobbyist? Then it may not be linguistic. Then it may not be linguistic. This is a famous actor. This is a famous actor. This was unexpected. This was unexpected. Don't be late for the meeting. Don't be late for the meeting. Will it grow at noon? Will it grow at noon? These are your travel guide. These are your travel guide. Can you give me the scissors? Can you give me the scissors? Take me to. Take me to. How's the weather? How's the weather? Shouldn't we have a monthly agreement? Shouldn't we have a monthly agreement? I will be the most popular person in the world. I will be the most popular person in the world. We must play a game based on team play. We must play a game based on team play. His brothers are defenders. His brothers are defenders. Your nephew is the caregiver. Your nephew is the caregiver. Yes, I like to stay active. Yes, I like to stay active. What would happen? What would happen? Didn't he act as a watchman every year? Didn't he act as a watchman every year? Will he fail then? Will he fail then? Dinner time. Dinner time. Don't I question sometimes? Don't I question sometimes? Are their grandchildren sheriffs? Are their grandchildren sheriffs? The school colors are blue and white. The school colors are blue and white. Did you see the last episode? Did you see the last episode? This view is very complex. This view is very complex. Is their stepfather a manager? Is their stepfather a manager? The plane is flying in the sky. The plane is flying in the sky. Can you use it every 2 weeks? Can you use it every 2 weeks? We will keep your advice in mind. We will keep your advice in mind. Their children are operators. Their children are operators. Is my stepbrother a policewoman? Is my stepbrother a policewoman? Can I experience it on a daily basis? Can I experience it on a daily basis?